We speak to Ishmael Mnisi, who is the spokesperson for the Department of Higher Education and Training. Ishmael, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. What is the department's response to the decision that has been taken by NSFAS?
Well, thank you very much, Adrian, for inviting us. The Department of Higher Education and Training, and particularly the Minister, has full confidence in the board's decision that they have taken to terminate the contract of the CEO. So the Minister is still awaiting the full report from the NSFAS board, which details the circumstances which led to the board to finally take a decision to terminate the employment of the board. However, there is an appreciation from the Minister because he has been initially briefed about the Werksman report, which was commissioned by the board, which found out that there are some limitations in terms of the CEO, which ultimately led to the board to take that decision.
Yeah. Just quickly on the appointment of the CEO, because as Auta has pointed out, is that when he was still with the services SETA, there were allegations that were also leveled against him while he was there, around a 39 million rand invoices that were irregularly signed off by himself. I don't know if the department ever looked into these allegations, but going forward, because now the CEO of NSFAS will need to be replaced, how to ensure that due diligence is conducted and who should take responsibility in this particular situation for the appointment of Nongogo while there are these allegations that he has been leveled against him when he was still at the service SETA?
When employment is offered to any applicant, there are processes that organizations undertake. In this instance, NSFAS undertook its own internal processes to appoint the CEO at the time, and we want to believe that they've looked into all the evidence that was presented to them at the time for them to ultimately make a decision to appoint Mr. Andile Nongogo as the CEO. When these allegations that came later about his involvement at the services SETA, the board looked into that, and that's why, as part of the references to the work that had to be done by the Werksman attorney, was to look into all of those issues which Mr. Nongogo did not declare at the time about his involvement in such actions at the services SETA. On the basis of that, this is the reason why the board ultimately arrived at the decision to place him on suspension and ultimately terminating his contract.
Just a quick final one. When is the minister expecting that final report from the board?
The minister is expecting the final report by the end of this week, which will culminate into the minister issuing a public statement, either through a media briefing on his full detailed view about the development at NSFAS. And this will include ultimately the announcement of the opening of the application season for NSFAS for 2024.